Does your dog like treats? Oh, that's a silly question. Of course, your dog probably loves treats. Well, I've got a great one for them today. They have breath-freshening ingredients inside, and dogs are loving the flavor. I can't wait to show you how to make them. Let's get cooking. Before we get into the recipe, I do want to mention real fast, if your dog's mouth smells really bad, that's a sign of poor dental health. Plaque and tartar can build up and it can lead to some pretty stinky breath. It's really important that we get to the root of the issue since poor dental health has an impact on our dog's overall health and well-being. Brushing is one of the best things that you can do for your dog. Okay, now let's make some treats. Start by preheating your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and lining 2 baking sheets with parchment paper. You can set those aside for later. To make these Fresh Breath Dog Biscuits, you will need 3 cups of oat flour, 1 cup of coconut flour, 1/4 cup of parsley leaves, just the leaves, you can ditch those stems, and you want to chop them really super fine. You're also going to use 1/4 cup of mint leaves, same thing, ditch the stems and chop them super fine. We're also using 2 large eggs, 1 cup of water, and 1/4 cup of coconut oil. I know the quantities for each ingredient, it sounds like a lot, but let me tell you, we are making a lot of biscuits. Now the exact amount, it's gonna depend on which size cookie cutter you use, but trust me when I say they make a lot. You can easily cut this recipe in half, but I really like to make a whole lot at once, so I'm doing 1 baking session and then popping a bunch in the freezer, and I've got treats for a really long time. Add your flours and chopped herbs into a large mixing bowl and give it a good whisk. Next, add your wet ingredients. Using a regular old spoon, start mixing everything together until you're left with a crumbly mixture. Then get in there with your hands. All right, we have our dough ball, and the next step is to roll this out flat with a rolling pin. Now, every single time I roll out a dog biscuit dough, I use something that I call the parchment paper sandwich method. It just is a great way to make sure that nothing is sticking together, and it just keeps things a little bit more clean. So what I do is I grab a silicone baking mat and then 2 pieces of parchment paper. I'm gonna take 1 piece, open it up, and then put it right onto your baking mat. Next up is the dough ball. And then to complete our sandwich, we have 1 more piece of parchment paper. And then what I do is I grab the rolling pin and I roll this out flat. And we're aiming to get this about 1/4 inch thick. Stamp out your biscuits and then transfer them to your baking sheets. These go into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes. And here's what the Fresh Breath Dog Biscuits look like after they come out of the oven and have cooled on a wire rack. Now check this out, look how many I got. The dogs are going to love these and I'm gonna have treats for such a long time. Now as far as storage goes, you can keep them in an airtight container in the refrigerator for 1 week. Now I know that doesn't sound like a lot of time, it's because there's no preservatives and just only all the healthy stuff, but you can keep them longer. You just have to put them in the freezer and they can last in there for up to 3 months. I'm gonna go give my dog some biscuits. If you think your dogs are gonna like this recipe, give the video a big thumbs up. And before you leave, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell while you're at it so you get notified every single time I post a new video. Happy baking!